So I am here with my girlfriend Lee. We're in her lovely kitchen here, and I met Lee when I was a graduate student, and every time I would go into her lab there was always some amazing food in there that she had prepared and brought in for everybody because she loved to share it with everyone, and she frequently invited me over, and still does, for amazing food, Chinese cuisine. So today she had invited me over to show me how to make Buddhist Delight, and I thought, what a great idea, I'll have her show everybody on video how to do that. And Chinese New Year's coming too, so I thought it would be a nice idea to have this video up for that. So here she is, and she's going to show us how to do it. Thank you so much, Lee.
Thank you, Lena. Buddhist Delight came from the Buddhism idea of vegetarian. So tofu was just like cheese in Western culture. Tofu comes with various different forms based on their texture, the way they're being fermented, the way they're being partially cooked, which by smoking and with different woods to smoke them and different density. Buddhist Delight came from using different tofu, different types of tofu. Mixed, usually you got to have shiitake mushroom. That's the main ingredient is shiitake mushroom. And if you think sometimes you can't get all the ingredients together, that's fine, don't have to worry about it. But one thing is that you use shiitake mushroom plus some regular mushroom. If you don't have it, it's fine, but shiitake mushroom is the key. So these are the two types of tofu. They basically made from white tofu, but a different texture. And they sort of fried, already pre-fried, lightly fried. So this is the kind of tofu that's smoked, and they give a different flavor. So this is the kind of tofu, okay? And then now it's going to get interesting. So this is also an ingredient you don't have to have, but it's really nice in true Buddhist Delight. Usually we have is I don't know how to say, it's like a squash.
So what is the taste of this? Is it similar to like a zucchini or a cucumber, or what?
It's between zucchini and cucumber, but gives a little flavor to enhance. Chinese cooking is all about enhancing or help with the color and texture of different various things. So you cut like this. The way to cut is like this. You turn it. You don't want to cut too small because this thing shrinks. Okay,
so you're just kind of rolling it and cutting at an angle.
Yeah, there are different ways of cutting. All this cutting is about getting heat to pass faster. It's about conserve energy, so you don't, when you stir fry, you don't need too much fuel. In the ancient times, because people had to collect woods to burn. And this is tofu, and usually the way to cut it, there are different ways to cut it. But for Buddhist Delight, you can you can cut this way. So when you cut this way, you see there is surface, right? Right,
you're increasing the surface area like that, yeah.
Okay, but you don't have to, you can just cut it square. Cooking really have no, whatever you feel like, and use common sense, because Chinese cooking you want heat transfer really, really fast, and you want maximum exposure to flavors to go with each other. Okay, so if you cut this way, the flavor cannot penetrate it. Just common sense. Yeah. So that tofu is like meaty. It's very meaty. That's why I call it Buddhist. They actually call it faking meat. Okay. Okay, so you can put some of bok choy, but you don't have to. It doesn't matter. And you can put a little bit carrots. Okay. And the way you chop this, there are different ways. It can be like this. See this? You turn it, but try to be small because this is a very hard roots.
Right.
So if you chop it too big, everything else cooked, and this thing is still hard. This is a Chinese cabbage, napa cabbage. But if you don't have it, you can just use regular cabbage. So peel some leaves.
I like the leaves of napa. They're tender. They're more tender, it seems like, than.
But you have to be careful. Sometimes they come out a lot of water, very water. So you can do this, or you can do this. It really doesn't matter. So this is another kind of tofu that looks like a puff ball. Okay, it's tofu that was completely hollow inside. See this? So it's basic tofu in different texture, and you can just cut them in half.
That's fried as well. So that's fried.
That's fried, but it's fried from tofu. They're very, very not so firm.
Right, okay.
Okay. You want slices so the flavor can go in.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and this is something that only for fancy Buddhist Delight have. Most people don't have. It's a wheat gluten. So basically, if you have wheat, if you have a dough, then you wash it with water. You wash over and over and over again. At the end, it's only the, I think it's the protein.
It's the gluten. You remove the starch.
Yeah.
You remove all the starch.
So and then some wheat gluten, and then look at the inside, and it's fried. Look like this. It's the protein from wheat.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. You have to cut it, otherwise the flavor will be puff and the flavor will.
Because there's really, most of these things have very little flavor, and they're going to take
so
on the
you want to
flavor
use
of the
chicken
dish.
broth with it.
Mm-hmm.
With some kind of good broth. Okay. Traditionally, when people going to, so everything comes from religion. So in the ancient time, people going to temples, right, regularly. And going to temples, every temple trying to raise money for their own temple. So the monks would plant beans and vegetables, and they will serve the guests. And so, and they don't charge money. It's usually, they serve a buffet lunch or a buffet breakfast. And because they're monks, they have to eat vegetarian. So they use different kind of tofu. They make their own tofu. They do everything their own. And then it's up to you to how much money you will put down on the bucket to donate to the temple.
Mm-hmm.
And they also, poor people can go there and eat too. It's for free. You know, it's more like a charity kind of thing. But most people will put money more than the meal's worth.
Right.
So this is shiitake mushroom that are rehydrated, okay? And real Buddhist Delight, you have to use different kinds of mushroom too. All kinds of mushroom, oyster mushroom, and put in with it. But I couldn't get it, so this is the dried shiitake mushroom that I rehydrated. And you can cut it any way, but see, I also cut it in a way that can have maximum surface area, okay? So this is cilantro. Smells gorgeous. This is cilantro. I love this cilantro. And you don't have to use cilantro either if you don't have it. But if you do, this is very, very good vegetable. Gives beautiful, pleasant flavor and used in lots of Asian cuisines.
Well, it's very good for you too, actually.
Really? Cilantro?
Yes.
I eat a lot of cilantro. So this is cilantro. You can just, it's more for garnishing purpose. And you always put in the last because it's very easy to get wilted.
Okay, so you're going to start cooking for us, Lee?
Yes, and you have a pot and you put in, people always ask me how much you put in. You look at the food, so you just put in a little bit. It's basically like I put in, I think, 4 tablespoons amount. And you wait for the oil warm up a little bit. Really, there is no need for the oil to be boiling hot. Mm-hmm. And then when the oil not hot but warm, you put in mushroom first. This is very, very important. What happens that, and then put some the hard stuff, because this is very hard, the carrots. Mm-hmm. So you put the hard texture, the stuff in down first. So mushroom, the reason mushroom has flavorful is because it contains aromatic compound that the flavor of mushroom made from lots of chemicals that with aromatic ring that only soluble in oil. It's not water soluble components. This is the part of my biochemistry came in.
Yeah.
So you need to saute mushroom. But if you have regular fresh mushroom, you don't want to do this because it's like it becomes mushy and water come out. Because this is a shiitake mushroom and rehydrates, has a hard texture, and the flavor of it will come out in oil, but it won't come out in water. So you need to saute it first. Okay, in high heat. And then you just flip a little bit. Make sure it's even. Next, we're going to put the tofu in, or whatever, look at your things. What is the hardest structure, hardest texture? So this kind of tofu is the hardest. So you put this kind of tofu in. And you mix it. And then you can just put in, the rest of the tofu because they're more or less same texture. Okay? You get a lid and cover it. And turn the heat down to about 2/3. And just let it sit. See, it's all go down now. So I like to buy some kind of free-range chicken broth, not the one from the can. I don't like the can one. I just like, if you have your own stock or broth, that's fine too. But
no, these are good though.
I like these.
I like Pacific.
Yeah, so you open it. It can be vegetable broth. It can be just not a beef broth, because beef broth is too strong. Chicken broth or vegetable broth, okay? Open it, and then you just sort of like, yeah. So it's like this. It's not water all over. You just give it a little broth.
Yeah.
So it has something to simmer. See this?
Yeah.
Just a little bit, okay? You want to put something called oyster sauce. It's basically like a fermented soy sauce with a texture like a barbecue sauce. So this is important. So open it, and I just put like 2 tablespoons, like 1 tablespoon. Not a lot. This is actually a lot because I have a lot of stuff.
Yeah. You have a lot there.
Put 1 teaspoon or 1 tablespoon. And then at the same time, you're putting a little bit light soy sauce. I just put a little bit, maybe another tablespoon. Not a lot, okay? But I did not put salt, okay? Just soy sauce and oil, and then you mix them. So now it's nice because it has it looks like a stick. Looks pretty thick.
Yeah, it is thick.
So I put the vegetable down now. Remember the squash and the...
Oh yeah, the squash and the bok choy.
Yeah. Because these vegetables become wilted easily.
We've got cabbage.
And cabbage. I mean, again, you don't have to do so much. I'm just kind of lazy here. That's why I did a lot. You can just do a little bit for 1 person or 2 persons.
Well, but you can have this, you can eat this again, right?
So
it's okay to make.
But real stir fry is not supposed to be so big and so much. I'm just being practical.
Yeah, it's getting very colorful too.
Beautiful. Okay. So
cover it up.
Then you cover it. You always need a lid. And still remain in high heat. But don't run around and go to do your Facebook or something because you still have to watch it. Okay? Right before you're done, believe it or not, supposed to put a sprinkle of sugar, and the best is using brown sugar, but I don't have brown sugar, so I just put a little bit, like 1 teaspoon of white sugar, or any kind of sugar, just a little bit. Okay, I think we're done.
Wow. So then would you put that on a nice platter maybe, and do you serve that with something?
I serve that with rice. Actually, the way we serve is I have so much, so I should, in this country I would put in a big long plate. But in China, New Year is all about saying things that bring you good luck, or you don't say any bad words, you say everything related to good luck. So yu is a word that means fish. Also, the same sound can mean extra. You have extra luck, extra money, extra love, extra friends. So that's a good sound. So they usually, I remember when I grew up, my grandma always put everything in a bowl with a fish pattern. Yu, it means extra. So this yu also, fish also called yu. So if you want to wish people good luck, you put everything with a fish pattern bowl. Okay? So we usually put this and serve, not in a platter, but in things like this. We serve in this. Oh, look how beautiful is it.
Wow. So pretty. Look at how colorful.
And then, when you're done, you can put a few of these cilantros.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So, to recap our cooking today, to make Buddhist Delight, the importance is shiitake mushroom. Rehydrate, and then goes into the oil first. And then use tofu, any kind of tofu except the white one. Any kind of vegetable, that's fine. just that the hard vegetable goes in first because it takes the longest to cook. Use oyster sauce that you can get in Asian market. It has to be a good oyster sauce, or if you can, just go to some regular market to get a good oyster sauce. And use brown sugar. And that's it. And enjoy.
Thanks so much, Lee.
Thank
Can't wait
you.
to dig into
Thank
this.
you.
It looks so
Yeah.
good, everybody. Thanks
Goodbye.
for watching. Bye. Let's try.
That's gorgeous.
Yes.